Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation led by Bishop Jeff Poole of Hope Church.
Good morning. If you pray with me. Father, we thank you for this beautiful day you've given us. Thank you for this opportunity to be here as a community representing our city. We thank you for the privilege to live here, Lord, to be a part of this, what you're doing for our future and growth. We pray for our mayor, God. We lift her up to you. We pray for all those that have been trusted in leadership, that you'll grant them wisdom, grant them courage, character, integrity to lead our city into the future. We pray, God, of protection over all of those that are first responders, or those that serve in this place, in our community, in our town, and all of our volunteers. So we pray today, Lord, as we hear the words, plans for the future of our city, Lord God, it will lead us as a city to a stronger, healthier, and more hopeful place. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Joint Police and Fire Department Honor Guard, followed by the National Anthem sung by Miss Warner Robbins, Hannah Shaw, and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Georgia Firefighter of the Year, Lee White, and Georgia Rookie Firefighter of the Year, Joshua Theus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's celestial gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Please welcome to the stage the Honorable Bob McMahon for opening remarks.
Well, good morning. How about one more round of applause for that national anthem and for our honor guard? Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2026 Warner Robins State of the City message. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to be here to provide a few opening remarks, and most importantly, to be able to see a number of old friends of mine, as well as a number of my friends that I've known for a number of years. You decide which category you fall in. As you probably know, our nation will celebrate its 250th birthday this year. And as I look over our history, as a history buff, I recognize that there have been three attributes that have served this nation well: diversity of thought, unity of purpose, and compromise. And when all three of those attributes were readily evident, our nation has flourished. However, when unity of purpose or compromise was not apparent, then our nation has struggled. But thankfully, those times were few, and we have enjoyed great prosperity in this nation. The absolute same thing can be said for Warner Robins. Diversity of thought, unity of purpose, and compromise have helped make this city flourish for nearly 75 years. For example, imagine back in 1941, if Boss Watson, when the Air Depot commander came to him and said, "Sir, we need to change the name of the city of Wellston to Warner Robins." Imagine if Boss Watson had said, "Pound sand, buddy." The reality of that would have been that our Air Depot probably would have moved, and although Watson Boulevard would still be here, it most likely would be a two-lane road, and whether or not it had been paved would still be a question. As for unity of purpose, when we think about every day in Middle Georgia being Armed Forces Appreciation Day, the epicenter for that belief is right here in Warner Robins. And this city's collective love and caring for Robins Air Force Base and its 20,000 plus professionals that work here every day is unmatched in this nation. It is what makes us different. It is what has ensured our success, and it is what promises a very bright future for our city. Thank you again for being here. May God bless you. May God continue to bless our nation and this city. Thank you very much.
Recognizing members of the Warner Robins City Council and civilian dignitaries is the Executive Assistant to the Mayor, Christy Hall.
Good morning. I would like to take a moment to recognize some distinguished guests joining us today. If you are or are representing a local, state, or federal elected official, please stand. Thank you for your leadership and your continued commitment to public service. I would also like to recognize the brave men and women of our military, including those serving at Robins Air Force Base and around the world. Your service and sacrifice help protect the freedoms we enjoy each day, and we are grateful for the role you play in our community. We also honor our veterans, whose dedication and service to our nation continue to inspire us. In addition, we want to recognize our incredible first responders, our police officers, firefighters, and emergency personnel who work tirelessly and keep our city safe. Your commitment to protecting and serving the citizens of Warner Robins does not go unnoticed. And to the dedicated employees of the City of Warner Robins, thank you for the work you do each day to help our city operate, grow, and serve the people here in this community. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to recognize the dedicated leaders who help guide and serve the City of Warner Robins. These individuals work closely alongside Mayor Patrick, helping to shape the vision, direction, and future of our community. Their services require thoughtful leadership, collaboration, and commitment to the citizens they represent. Through their efforts, they help ensure Warner Robins continues to grow, progress, and thrive. We are grateful for the time, energy, and dedication they give to this city and the people who call it home. Please join me in recognizing our city councilmen. First, we have Post 1, Mr. Derek Mack. Next, Post 2 is Mr. Charlie Bibb. Post 3, Keith Lawrenson. Post 4, Kevin Lashley. Post 5, Clifford Holmes. And Post 6, Larry Curtis. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause for their leadership and continued service to the City of Warner Robins. Thank you.
Warner Robins is proud to be the home of Robins Air Force Base. Please welcome to the stage Colonel Jahari Hemphill, Commander, 78th Air Base Wing.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, community leaders, and members of Team Robins. It is truly an honor to be here as we celebrate the continued progress of Warner Robins. I want to thank Mayor Patrick for your leadership and commitment to this city and to Robins Air Force Base. Our partnership is truly special. Our histories are intertwined, our futures are connected, and we know the success of one strengthens the other. This September, Robins Air Force Base will mark 85 years of Warner Robins. And today, more than 22,000 personnel come to the base every day to support our national defense missions. The strength of these missions depend heavily on the strength of this community that surrounds us. That is why Mayor Patrick's vision for Warner Robins is so important. I can tell you that the base shares that vision. Your investment in infrastructure helps our people get to work safely and efficiently. A strong, growing city helps us recruit and retain the talent needed for the future in the city and in Middle Georgia. Your focus on economic development strengthens the entire ecosystem supporting our national defense. Equally important for me is the focus on quality of life. Initiatives in housing and public spaces help ensure our airmen and their families have a community they are proud to call home. We're also excited to see investments in the next generation through the STEM and innovation programs which build the future workforce. Mayor Patrick, you and your team understand that when a community invests in its people, its infrastructure, and future, the possibilities are limitless. On behalf of the men of Robins Air Force Base, thank you for your incredible support that you provide us. Mayor Patrick also serves as honorary commander to the Air Force Reserve Command, and it's my pleasure to introduce Colonel Ryan Robin, who is representing Air Force Command today.
Good morning, distinguished leaders and overall the community of Warner Robins. It's a distinct honor to be here with you today. Unfortunately, Major General Favorite couldn't be here and sends her deep regrets, but wanted me to convey just how proud we are to be a vital part of this community. So on behalf of the men and women of the Air Force Reserve Command, we are proud to call Warner Robins our home. To Mayor Patrick, I know she's backstage. We can't thank her enough for her steadfast leadership and what she does for not only the Warner Robins community as a whole, but for the Air Force Reserve Command and the men and women assigned to it. We are also proud to have her on our team as a civic leader. Her voice, her advocacy, and her support make tangible differences in the lives of our airmen and their families. The partnership we share is the bedrock of our success here, and we can't thank her enough for it. The connection between the Air Force Reserve Command and Warner Robins is woven in the very fabric of this city. Our airmen and their families are not just stationed here, they live here. They are our neighbors, your neighbors, their children attend local schools, they are deeply invested in the prosperity and success of this region. This partnership translates directly into a significant economic engine for Middle Georgia. The Air Force Reserve's presence here accounts for over 2,500 local jobs and an economic impact of more than $300 million annually. Every dollar invested in our mission here is a dollar that also strengthens local businesses, supports families, and fuels regional growth. It's these same neighbors and friends who provide our nation with combat-ready capability at speed and scale. By combining military experience with unmatched civilian sector experience and gained from their non-military careers, our reserve airmen provide accessible, integrated, and operational power every day. They are the living bridge between our community here and our national defense. So when you see our airmen around town, at a restaurant, maybe volunteering in the local community, know that the support that you provide them right here in this community is what makes our global mission possible. So again, thank you for your incredible and enduring partnership. We are honored to call Warner Robins home. And in football speak, I'm going to say we're going to call an audible here, and I'm going to bring up Chief Nunez. Chief Master Sergeant Nunez is dual-hatted in the Reserve Command. He's the senior enlisted advisor to the Chief of the Air Force Reserve in the Pentagon, and he's our Command Chief Master Sergeant here at the Air Force Reserve Command. He's going to speak to you about the operational impact that your support provides our airmen out in the field. Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, it's amazing to be here. On behalf of Lieutenant General John P. Healy and the 70,000 Airmen of the Air Force Reserve Command, thank you to Mayor Patrick, the City of Warner Robins, and all the support you provide to the Air Force Reserve. You know, when it is a privilege to speak to you about the unique and powerful role that your neighbors in the Air Force Reserve play in our national defense. When you think of the Reserve, some may think of us as a backup force. But the reality is we are on duty side by side with our active duty counterparts every single day. We bring a level of experience and a skill that provides a unique advantage, what our commander, General Healy, calls the Reserve Advantage. This advantage is built on experience. Nearly 70% of our new airmen have prior military service. They join the ranks already knowing their jobs. To put that in perspective, the Air Force Reserve provides 20% of the entire Air Force's capability for just 3% of the total budget. That's a return on investment that we believe is unmatched and one that we are incredibly proud to deliver to the American taxpayer. You see this strategic depth here in action at Warner Robins. When you see and hear aircraft undergoing flight tests after depot maintenance at Robins, most of those complex and critical missions are flown by reserve pilots. They are a true force multiplier, ensuring the readiness and lethality of our nation's air power. I would be remiss to mention that within 72 hours of a call up in support of Operation Epic Fury, our reserve airmen responded. In less than 72 hours, they left their families behind. In less than 72 hours, they left their civilian jobs behind. In less than 72 hours, they went across the pond to provide unbridled air power from the skies. That is what your reserve airmen do every single day, provide combat capability capacity. I ask that you keep those airmen, those soldiers, those guardians, those service members in your thoughts and prayers, and that they come home safely. They signed up to do the job to make sure that Americans every single day are able to have the liberties that they need and that they deserve. So you know that your neighbors in the Air Force Reserve are not just a weekend force. They are lethal, combat ready, and experienced. A team that is absolutely essential to our national defense strategy. Your support enables them to stand ready, and for that, we are profoundly grateful. Thank you.
Warner Robins is headed, first of all, in a very positive direction.
Well, Warner Robins is a very unique community. The people of Warner Robins are very hardworking people.
We want our residents to feel a strong sense of pride as we lead our way in this historic moment for celebrating the 250th birthday of this country.
I believe it's important for Warner Robins to lead the way for our country's 250th anniversary is because we're the home of Robins Air Force Base. Many of us are here because of the patriotism our country stands for. It's in our soil, it's in our heart, and since we are the heart of Middle Georgia, to me it's only proper that we do our part and lead the way for this 250th anniversary.
Our community and our city is a community built on service, diversity, and commitment to serving citizens. We want our citizens to feel a strong sense of pride with leading the way for the 250th celebration based on how the conception of the city came about for serving its country at the conception of Rogers Air Force Base.
As a child of the 70s, Warner Robins was coming into its own at a really important time. We all had the opportunity to go out and earn a good, honest living. Just good people, very caring people, loving people. Those that want to make sure that all the neighbors are taken care of, that look out for each other. And we genuinely have done that over the years, and I think that's what makes us such a strong community today.
Growing up in this town, I was born in 1973 here in Warner Robins. Being from here and being in this town that long, I understand that every street, every neighbor, every person in the day always treated each other like family. And to this day, I still feel that in all of our communities around here, all of the neighborhoods, everywhere around. Everybody seems to still kind of know enough people to almost make it feel like small hometown America. That's what I love about this town.
The people of Warner Robins are the greatest people in the world. I mean, when you think about America, they say that America is the melting pot, and that's exactly who we are. That's why we're considered the international city, because we have so many different cultures, so many different walks of life. The people of Warner Robins are just magnificent.
If you look back at some of the older communities, they have a lot of societal hierarchies. Your name has to be this or that to fit in, but Warner Robins is really uniquely positioned because as we grew up as kids of the 70s and 80s, we knew that we were on equal footing with everyone else and that we were better than nobody and nobody was any better than us. We always felt like that in order to succeed, we all had to succeed, no matter what we were talking about. So whether it was the Bays, the high school football team, we all succeeded together.
Man, I would describe the people that live in Warner Robins as awesome. We live in a diverse city, and that's why we are called the international city. And we have people from all walks of life that come together that make our community work. And that is what's so great about the people of Warner Robins.
What excites me the most about Warner Robins' future is the growth. The fact that people are retiring and staying here, and they're becoming active citizens of Warner Robins. They're not inactive. They get involved. They want to be involved, and they are very complimentary of the growth that's taking place in Warner Robins.
The future of Warner Robins is very exciting. From the growth of our military base here, with the expansion of jobs there, we have the growth of our school systems through the technical colleges and the university system of Georgia, expanding every year. All of our high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, everything, they're all expanding and growing. And we have wonderful people here that are guiding our future and putting us on track to become one of the premier cities in the state of Georgia and the Southeast.
It will continue to grow. The people will continue to make a mark on the city. So Warner Robins is good, and it's going to be even greater.
The changes that we're bringing is, listen, it is exciting. This administration and this mayor and council are doing a great job working together to move our city forward like never before.
are pleased with the direction, and we're pleased with the agenda that we're trying to do and make improvements in the city of Warner Robins.
The message I hope that Warner Robins sends to our entire country during America 250 is a message of unity, a message of love, reminding everyone what our founding fathers wanted for our nation: one country, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Not just say it, but actually mean it, live it, and really connect and agree with our neighbors for those principles.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 16th Mayor of Warner Robins, Mayor LaRhonda Patrick.
Good morning, Warner Robins. Thank you all for being here today for our third State of the City address here in Warner Robins. You just heard Council and I on video speak about the importance of being united and acting as one. And you heard our love that we have, not just for our city, but also for each other. So you all know I've made it to my second term. Thanks to you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of our dignitaries being here, especially our military men and women who are serving our country right now. Our prayers are with you all at this current state of our country, so please know your service and sacrifice seems even brighter at this moment in time, and we do not take your service lightly. We know freedom is not free, and because of great men and women like you, we can sleep safely at night and know when we wake up, our country will be safe. So give up a round of applause for our military members. From the depths of my heart, I sincerely want to thank you all so much for the support you showed during my recent re-election. Your confidence in me during the November election really was empowering and humbling for me, and it really goes to show how much difference we're making in our city. Public service is built on trust, and I vow to continue working for your trust each and every day. Over the past 4 years, Council and I have been quite busy. We've built momentum by reshaping Warner Robins into a city we can all be proud of. Over the past 4 years, we've done things such as acquired over 70% of Commercial Circle, positioning our city for a strategic redevelopment of our downtown hub. We've also honored the sacrifice and service of our Vietnam veterans by naming the rightful home for the memorial. We've strengthened our compassion and community through Haven Hope House to be a home of transition for our unhoused neighbors. And we also proudly opened Eno Lab, powered by Ed Farm, a collaboration with Apple Incorporated and Ed Farm, bringing a state-of-the-art STEM lab right here to our city. to train those future engineers and innovators of our country. These accomplishments represent more than just milestones. They reflect vision, perseverance, and what is possible when a community unites for a shared purpose. One of the greatest transformations, however, was taking place within our own city government. We have worked hard to intentionally remove silos through our departments, strengthening communication and collaboration across departments to achieve a joint mission. Today, our team works more cohesively, efficiently, and strategically than they ever have before. The unity is fueling the progress that you all are noticing across our city today. To every city employee, I am deeply thankful for you. Your professionalism, dedication, and commitment to service keeps our city strong and moving forward. You are the foundation of our success. To every resident, business owner, faith leader, and community partner, thank you for believing in Warner Robins and in shaping its future. I am so honored and truly blessed to serve alongside 6 dedicated council members who embody the very best professionalism and a heart of service for our city residents. To my brothers in service, thank you. Thank you for working together as a team. Thank you for challenging me to be an even better leader than I've been. And thank you for us joining hands in doing all of this together. If you think you've done a lot in the first term, buckle up, because we have some more stuff coming your way. Our second term will focus on building upon the strong foundation, continuing smart growth, strengthening our infrastructure, and expanding economic opportunity, and ensuring that Warner Robins remains the city where families thrive and businesses succeed. The future ahead is bright, and the work must continue. Let's aim high, Warner Robins, and continue to be the place where freedom takes flight. The new pulse is out. I don't have one with me up here, but you all have it in your hands. Hold it up for us. The new pulse is out, so make sure you take a look at it. There's a lot of great information from all of our departments, all the progress, the numbers, the reports, and the pictures. So I'm not going to spend time talking on that today. I'm going to leave it to you, but I'm going to ask if you please would take a look. A lot went into making this magazine happen this year, as it does every year. So to the team that worked to make this happen, thank you so much. Thank you, Jeremy Furman. Thank you to all of our directors and all of the executive staff for putting on what it takes to make this magazine and all the data come together in one form. So today, we're going to talk about three topics: where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Where we've been. So the photo you see here shows the F-15 outside of City Hall being put in place, and that happened in the mid-2000s. The building you see looks different than our current City Hall. It embraces the name of one of our great leaders, Homer J. Walker Jr., who led our city for many years and set up the path of the success we're seeing today. So where have we been? When I came into office in 2022, I swore in, I inherited some challenges, to say the least. We had challenges such as underpaid employees of all levels. We also had understaffed police department and understaffed fire department. We inherited a IRS tax lien that was unprecedented. We also were behind on our city annual audits. We had outdated computers, outdated software, and most were actually expired, and just technology that just wasn't up with the times. The downtown was there, but there was no plan to make it better. We had blighted buildings, a growing population, visual population of homelessness in our community. And we also only had one official city event, and that was the Independence Day celebration. So council and I worked really, really hard. We actually felt like we were sprinting, right guys? We worked really, really hard to take care of these issues first time. And we've made some really great strides. So, the progress we've accomplished has brought us to where we are today. First you saw the plane, the F-15 getting in place. Now you see a plane that is in place, ready to take off on a runway. We're going down the tarmac, ready to reach our next destination. So let's take a look back over the things that we've accomplished right now. We resolved that unprecedented tax lien, and we did it quickly in the first term. We also caught up on all of our audits, doing the unthinkable, the unimaginable, and some say the impossible. We completed 2 audits in 1 year, getting us off the naughty list, and off the naughty list, we will stay. We also decommissioned those old computers, received our new licenses, and all of our technology is being updated as we speak, because we are now integrating into, or implementing into Tyler Technology, which is a cloud-based computer system, bringing us into the 21st century finally. Council and I were able to give some historic raises to the heartbeat of the city government, our staff. Those raises range from 5% to 35%, with the majority of our staff, almost 700 people, receiving the higher percentage. So city staff, if you're here today, can you please stand up? And let's give them a round of applause for all that they do for us every day. Some are shy and they don't want to stand up, but you all see there, we're in the corner. Thank you all so much for all you do for the city every day. Council and I could not do our jobs if we didn't have great dedicated staff such as you, so thank you. We also launched Operation Reawaken, which you all have heard about. And we started tearing down those blighted buildings in Commercial Circle, the original city center when we began 83 years ago. We increased the recruitment and retention of our public safety. Our police department increased 24.5% in sworn officers. And our fire department got all the way up to 100% staffed as of last year. Those numbers have since changed a little because of some retirements and also new positions council just added to the roll last council meeting. For city events, we went from one event when we came into office together to now we've made it up to 26 events for the city, settling at 22 events this year. These are community events that all of you come out to enjoy. We have up to, well, Independence Day, I mean, we're in the 20,000s, but we've made it up to 12,000 just in one of our food truck roundups. So the community was waiting for this, excited about it, and it's been such a success. So thank you all so much for supporting us in our community events. We've also done some great accomplishments. We've had some major wins first term, and I'm really excited about those things. For public safety, we opened our real-time crime center. It's currently active right now and already helping us resolve crime in our city more quickly. The mission for public safety is not just to resolve crime, but also to deter crime. and we're doing an amazing job at that. So give it up for our men and women in blue for all they do. And while you're clapping, give it up for our fire department as well. They're here. And I'm happy to report that this year, the City of Warner Robins received an award for the #1 Fireman of the Year for our entire state and the #1 Rookie of the Year for our entire state. We also have a new police training center that's about to open soon. It's in the final stages of construction, and soon will be the place where some of the brightest and best law enforcement professionals will train in our area. Innovation. I talked about that a lot when I ran 5 years ago now. And innovation. We had the Eno Lab powered by Ed Farm. You heard me mention it already. It is open and running. We had a little slow start while we waited. On the proper, multi-talented professional to come in and run that operation. And now we have Chelsea, who's here somewhere, and all of our friends at Ed Farm. If you all will stand up, wave. They're back there in the back there. Thank you all for being here. Ed Farm is I describe it as the STEM educational arm of Apple Incorporated. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what my research told me, so that's what I say. But that's Ed Farm, they're amazing. So those programs we have now can help with children teach them how to code, how to create apps. We have Pathways to Tech for adults who want to get into a technological career, and all those things are happening at the Eno Lab today. Our homelessness initiative. We were blessed to have a ribbon cutting for Haven Hope House last year. And now we officially have our place that's going to lead to our unhoused to transform their lives and be better citizens inside whatever community they come from. And we're so excited about that, and we want to thank the Assembly for coming together as our partner on this passionate mission. For our veterans, if you are a veteran, I ask if you would please stand up. And if you're serving right now in the military, will you please stand up as well? Thank you all so much. We owe you a great deal of gratitude that we can never repay you for. But we can always work to make sure that you all are taken care of, because you take care of us so selflessly. So the Vietnam Veterans Memorial will officially be the place for the 1,584 Georgians who went to Vietnam and never touched Georgia soil again. That is happening, and the design work for that memorial is happening right now. So we will have the designs. We will be moving some dirt this year, and we're so excited to have everybody come out when that happens. For recreation, we love recreation in the city of Warner Robins, and we're updating our parks to make sure that they are what we need them to be. There's a great team of individuals who work on that. Our Parks and Recreation Department. We also have Public Works who works on this as well. So thank you to all of them for what you do. One of the particular parks we've worked really hard in planning first term is the renovation of the Simpson PV Park. That's where the children play baseball. So that park will be 100% renovated to be the new space for the Warner Robins National Little League program. Councilman Bibb and Councilman Lashley are very passionate about getting turf fields, so we'll work on that this term or the next one. Okay, with one of y'all. And we have our downtown renderings. The renderings went live, they're out, they can be viewed, thanks to a partnership we had with UGA's Carl Vinson Institute. The renderings are beautiful. The good thing about it is, it's not just a plan on a shelf. When I came in, there were a lot of plans that we paid for that sat on a shelf. This plan is off the shelf and it's in effect. And we are so excited about what's going to come with those plans. For our digital presence has enhanced. We have a new website. If you saw our last website, this one is much more modern, and we appreciate that. We also have new branding for our city, which is Take Flight. You all have seen it. You see the new logos. We still have our city seal, but we also now have a brand that's outside of a seal. So to some, they say we have two brands, but for us, we have a brand in our traditional and honored seal. We also have an app. We have a city app now. If you do not have the City of Warner Robins app, do me a favor, go to your app store, download it, utilize it, and see all the great things happening in our city. You can also get alerts whenever there's an emergency situation. So utilize this app. It really is beneficial. So you've heard how we started. Now you've heard the things we've accomplished. Now we're going to take a look to see where we're going ahead. So from this picture you see that we are off, just imagine that in the air, the F-15 in the air. So we're off the runway, now we're taking off, taking flight into the next phase to see how much great things can happen in this current term. Where we're going. We have some really great big plans at the beginning, right guys? Things they said would never happen, will never occur. It definitely can't happen in a matter of 4 years, but we defied the odds. You know why? Because we work together. Council and I work together, our department directors work together. We brought in some new executive leadership, our city administrator, Mr. James Drinkard. We have great citywide executive staff, and we worked hard, sprinting almost, to get things done quickly, to benefit you all, not to benefit us. So now, what's the new initiatives on the horizon? The second term is here. What are we going to do different? What are we going to bring to you? Well, one thing we want to be really intentional about this current term is excellence in service. You see the smiling faces, they're having a great time, they're dancing. That's how we want you to feel whenever you come in contact with a city employee, a city staff member. We want you to feel pleased, taken care of, happy, and joyous. So we're going to be intentional with every single department, making sure we drive that mission home so that you all are happy about the service you receive from us. Though we may not make everybody happy because we're not magicians, but our goal is to make the majority of people happier so that we know we're doing a great job. We also want to encourage unity inside of our city. Tensions are really high right now across our nation, I know. Election season, things are getting crazy. Things are happening, and it is not always a nice feeling on the inside. But this is not the time for us to divide. We have to unite and be one, because that's what our founding fathers wanted. I keep saying this because it's our birthday, so it kind of goes with the theme, so follow me. Unity is important. So we want to keep driving that home and having events we can come together for positive experiences as a community, be it a town hall meeting or a city event or even a recreational sports activity. You're going to see more and more opportunities for us to connect positively than what you've seen in the past. Transit. Everybody talks about the traffic issue we have in the city of Warner Robins. Now through work, I've had to work in Atlanta before, and that's some traffic I hate to see. I've also worked in DC, and that's some traffic I don't want to see again. But we have our own unique traffic issues here in Warner Robins too, am I right? Okay, so for transportation, one thing we're looking at is on-demand transit service. Now this is in the palm of your hand. It's almost like an Uber, but it's a shuttle, and it's more of a nominal fee. So we're working on some ideas for that, to bring it here to Warner Robins. Other counties surrounding Houston has an option for transit, and we don't. And now it's time to change that because our community needs it. Now don't get nervous. Transit service is for essential purposes. Work, doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, for example. So we're going to be working on that. Also, transit for complete streets, which is transit for all forms of transportation, not just our vehicles, but also bicycles or other types of devices or scooters and all those things. So we're really looking forward to that, having some bike trails, some multi-modal uses of our infrastructure so we can get out there and get active and get from point to point instead of having to jump in a car. We also are dedicating more time into community development. You all may have heard about our recent CHIP grant program, which is the Community Home Investment Program, where the city went out and got some townhomes built, 8 of them, right there on Airman Boulevard, right near Vector, across from Vector. Vector's a major staple in Georgia, not just Warner Robins. They talk about Vector all over the country. And these homes will be right across from Vector. And it's going to be great for 8 families who want to enter home ownership. Because these are not rentals. These are homes that they can buy for an affordable rate. So this is happening. We want to see more things like this occur in our community. Our downtown district. You hear us talk about Commercial Circle, but our downtown goes further than Commercial Circle. It goes from Highway 247, is right here behind us. I think is right behind us. All the way to Pleasant Hill. And then it's as wide as MLK to Green Street. So all of that is our downtown district. So we're going to be working on some plans for those, some concepts of what the area can look like through renovation. That process is not something the city's going to go out and buy everything up. So get that out of your mind. We are creating the vision so that others, the owners of those properties, can buy into that plan and redevelop their properties nicely. For Commercial Circle, the next step, we've already gotten our renderings out. Now we have to get our request for proposal out, our RFP, for a master developer to come in and build a downtown that we all want to see. So that's going to be coming this year. We're currently getting those design standards in place for that purpose. And then we have Perkins Park, which is phase 2 of our redevelopment program. Perkins Park, you'll see, well, it's not listed there, but Perkins Park is where PV Park is. That's where our food truck roundups are. The old recreation department, if you're familiar with that. Perkins Park. Perkins Park is going to have some new developments. So imagine having a green space that everybody can come together with walking paths, a water feature, a small amphitheater, a renovated civic center, a new activity center. All these possibilities right there, right next to City Hall at Perkins Park. And then for phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be the development for downtown residential and commercial areas. That's between Commercial Circle all the way out to Armed Forces Boulevard. So we're going to be developing concepts of what downtown living can look like. We're going to be developing concepts of what kind of commercial spaces can come there as we continue to renovate and grow and build on the vision for a better downtown network. Now, for this term, a lot of things we're doing are building on the foundation that council and I have already laid. But we gotta look beyond that. Smart leadership always looks beyond now. And that's one thing I can tell you about all 6 of these council members. They're really dedicated to looking at the future, even a future that may be for our children or our grandchildren that we won't see. So, City 2051. City 2051 is thinking beyond their second term, and it requires your help. So, yeah, thanks to Jeremy Herman, he made me look like Uncle Sam, but it looks actually kind of cute. One of them is going to be comprehensive planning. The comprehensive plan is going on now. There's a lot of opportunities for our community to come out and give input. We want you all to come out and give that input for us and tell us what you want. There'll be online surveys, there'll be pop-ups that happen even at the City of Warner Robins, at the County of Houston, at any of the other 2 cities, Cary or Centerville, and also community meetings. So look out for those opportunities to tell us what you want to see. We also will have councils. Youth council is something we've been talking about since I first got in office, and are ready to pull the trigger and do a youth council so that our youth can help shape the city they want to see. Many of us complain, you know, we pour a lot into our property taxes for the Board of Education for our children to get a great education right here in Houston County. But many of them leave, and guess what? They don't come back. Most of my classmates didn't come back. But when you start engaging your youth young, you can hear from them what will make them come back and make this their forever home, just like what I did. I came back. And we're going to empower these youth to be the future leaders of our community and also our country. We also want an international council. An international council where we can actually be and feel like an international city. We want to connect and partner with all the different nationalities and cultures that make our city the international city. And the last C is collaboration. We want to collaborate. We want to collaborate with different groups right here in our community. For example, our faith leaders. We have a lot of churches in our community of all different faiths. We want to collaborate with them. We want them to tell us what they see, what improvements can be made. We also want to work with nonprofit organizations and also the business community. We need them to have a mission of letting us know what to make sure they are successful when 2051 comes. This year is a special year for the City of Warner Robins. Well, it's our 83rd birthday, but we get to celebrate something bigger than that. It's our country's 250th anniversary. It's our birthday year, a milestone birthday. So this is our semi-quincentennial. Can you all say that with me? Okay, well, we gotta do better than that. So let's try this again. I'm gonna count to 3. All right, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Perfection. That's right. Our semi-quincentennial is this year, and the City of Warner Robins is going to own that celebration. There's so many awesome things we can do, and some of them are listed here on the screen, but you have them inside of your magazines too. We've already got a dozen events planned out for this celebration. For our city, for your city, for their city, for everybody's city, right here in Warner Robins. Some really unique things are listed there. You're going to have to turn in your magazine to page 6 and 7. 6, 7, 6, 7. Okay, some of you thought it was funny. My son dared me to say it, but actually it's not 6, 7. It's actually 8 and 9. Page 8 and 9. So page 8 and 9 is where you're going to find all of the great events we have planned for the America 250 right here in Warner Robins. So as we close out, I want to ask my brothers, the city council members, well, I have my birth brother here, but my council member brothers, if you all will come up here with me. And give them a round of applause, please, as they come up. Council and I are so excited about what's ahead. We've worked so hard to get to where we are today. And the best part about it is that we've had so much fun doing it. I support them. Come up here with me. Just like 3 and 3. We gotta do 3 and 3. Thank you. Okay, we'll go this way. Go that way. You're going 3 and 3. Perfect. See, we work together. So, I support them, and they support me. And you all support us. So that means we're in this thing together. So we have some thank yous we want to say out here. And when we call your category, we ask if you'll please just stand up for us. You can stand and then sit. So we want to thank all of our partners who are here, all those vendors and sponsors. If you sponsored anything with the city, if you'll please stand as we thank you. Look to the vendors in the back. And we want to thank Robins Air Force Base and all of our military. Not just that, but our airmen, our veterans, and also their family members. And don't forget the civilians. Thank you all. Thank you to all of the City of Warner Robins staff. Your turn to stand again. And especially those who worked endlessly to make today happen. Please stand. They're all scattered about. Oh, there was a request to bring Jeremy up front. Jeremy? He said, okay. He's probably going to kill us for getting off script. Right. Okay. Well, he'll be all right. And lastly, we want to thank all of our family members. So if you're a family member, if any council or I, if you'll please stand. We thank you all for supporting us as we are on this journey of public service. It's a lot of sacrifice that we give, but you all sacrifice too, so thank you. And I also want to thank my family. I want to thank my mom and my dad who are here. My dad did 22 years active duty in the Air Force, retiring at Robins Air Force Base, 24 civilian. I know you won't believe this, 22 years active duty retiring at Robins, but 24 years civilian right here at Robins Air Force Base. I think he started working at 2, because that's what it looks like. And then I have my mom right here. She's a great support system for my son, Lane, because I cannot do single parenting without having her support on the days when work takes me from 8 to 9 p.m. to be specific. And also my grandma Jack, she's here, 86 years young and beautiful and thriving. And I have my little brother. I have to remind him he's little brother because he's much bigger than I. But he's my little brother. Thank you for being here, Rondi. And he did 21 years active duty in the Air Force. And that is my first best friend right there. And thank you to my love, Danny, thank you so much for being here and coming into my life when I didn't know I needed you. So thank you. So as always, every day, say it together, as always, every day in Middle Georgia is Armed Forces Appreciation Day. And in Warner Robins, we believe that if you have a dream, we can give it wings. So take flight and soar to your highest heights. The state of our city is ascending. How far we'll go, it's up for us to determine. But it's going to be fun along the way. So God bless the United States of America, God bless the state of Georgia, and God bless the city of Warner Robins. Thank you.